talking fantasy.
Yeah.
Talking fantasy, yo. In ours, it's really up in the air for me, man. I don't know. I gotta make some moves because
I really can't tell if my team is good. Like, I feel good about my team, but there's a lot of strong teams out there, man.
One of my other teams I feel very confident about because I got a good majority of the people that I wanted, and that's the one that the pay was like $100 in.
What I'm happy about.
So if I win that jackpot, I get $500.
Oh yeah.
I'm trying to get that shit. I'm trying to get that shit.
All right.
I'm making these motherfuckers pay my rent.
I feel like I've become complacent.
You come what?
I've become complacent fantasy football ever since I won that 1 year. Like, yeah, I did this thing. I reached the pinnacle of success.
Man, I got second place, and then after that, it was all downhill, man.
I never missed the playoffs. I just get the bad luck days. That's like against Wolfguard 2 years ago. That was a bad luck game because I could have.
I'm still pissed you beat me by 1 point last year. Man. that shit hurt my heart because of a fucking wide receiver getting a tackle. That was some bullshit, dog. I don't understand. Yo, 1 fucking point. I'm sitting there like, yo, I think I got this, man. I was feeling so good, so confident. Then I see this motherfucking because stupid ass tackle, he gets the extra point. Oh my god, I was so pissed.
Ripping out your non-existent hair.
Yo, I sat there. I literally looked at my screen. I was just like. And I wish you guys could see the face because I didn't say words. I just made a face. I was just like, you know, like you got your lip crooked up to the side, just some old bullshit. You know, like one of those faces. You know what I'm saying? I was mad as fuck. I was so mad because you don't understand. Like my team was hurting from injuries. Players just like there's just so much shit surrounding my players.
It's always the worst to make a huge comeback.
The last 5 weeks, I won 5 in a row.
Yeah, I remember that. Yeah.
I made the comeback of a lifetime to make it into the playoffs.
Comeback kid.
Everybody was like, yo, I'm actually worried about the team. You guys are, like, everything's just falling into place.
I was not worried.
You didn't even face me, though. I wish I faced because I went up your ass because I had more points than your team had in that
I remember. Yeah, because
I was just
like the
mad.
first round.
Fuck.
I gotta get on this.
And I already conceded the loss, kind of. And then I'm like, as the game go on, I'm like, yo, a little bit closer. I'm like, trying not to bring up home. My brother's like, yo, you gotta shot the window this thing. And it's like,
I never watched a game that did not have my team so intently with so much devotion. And I was sitting like, yo, just watching the back and forth with my running back going and his wide receiver because he had a kicker, but the kicker didn't mean shit. You know what I'm saying? It's like, I think he got like 4 points, but that wasn't the problem. And I was just like, yo, when that game ended, I felt I knew it was gonna be close, but I felt I had that shit.
I feel like it was Antonio Brown too, like a Steelers game.
I just remember his fucking guy got a fucking tackle, and that's what gave him
that
the
one that
win.
kills you. If it was stat corrections the next day, that would have killed you.
But I feel like
the worst.
Imagine.
No, but at least
it was like it was there. It was done.
Yeah.
Like I saw it. I was like, fuck.
No, I remember. What was it? I think Derek. It was versus Derek, and he it looked like he was gonna win. But the next day, stat corrections came up. I whooped his.
No,
ass.
I think it was my brother actually. I think my brother, he beat somebody by stat corrections, and I told him, I was like, it was one player he was looking at, he was like, yo, they don't got the right amount of tackles, and everything like that. Fucking came back, won that game. I remember you saying like, fuck stat corrections.
No, stat corrections is good,
so mad, yeah.
but they're slow with it though. Yeah. They're very slow with it. It takes like a whole day for it to go out. I'm like, fuck this.
1 point, man. Like that haunts you. Like if it was 5 points, I would have been okay, man. But 1?
Yeah, for real.
It's okay. Even
because it's like 1 point means all my running back had to do was run 10 more yards.
Yo, but imagine
just another carry.
You know, one more carry, and I would have got the point.
Yeah.
You know, like, are you kidding?
But that's like fantasy football, though. Like, imagine actually being on a team that is scored like by points, like a competitive, like cheerleading, for example.
I cry, man.
Yo,
cheerleading's
that's that Olympic shit.
We have lost. We have lost by like a 0.5, like getting silver instead of gold, like getting like a 0.5 of a point less.
Your hair didn't fling enough.
They might as well just like I think give like the opposing team like 5 more points, so you don't feel that bad. Like you gotta see the 0.5. Oh really? If I just did this one thing a little bit better.
You know what's the worst way to lose? The worst way to lose is when Junior Seau and Teddy Bruschi was cheering on the sideline. Then Eli just shot that pass up to Plaxico, and we just saw their face after. They were just like, "Oh, I couldn't believe it."
Oh man, that was a glory.
That was the worst way to lose because they were cheering before the game was even done. They thought Giants never had their chance, and that's credit to Tyree for catching that ball because Everything gadget.
Those are two magical
Bubble
fucking
gum
Super
on
Bowl
the
runs.
fucking
Yeah.
helmet.
Oh man, like me and my brother talk about it all the time. We love cause you know how you see New England Patriots fans. They're like the cockiest.
Oh,
you know,
they are.
They'll have the
Boston
jersey.
fans in general are
Yeah,
just
oh my
arrogant
God.
pricks.
But just
Celtics
I just
fans.
love being the team that can just talk shit to them and everything like that.
Yeah.
Our Giants, I mean, look nasty, winning, look ugly, whatever. But we'll beat the fuck out of your ass. They can't say shit, nothing. Oh, I love it. I love it.
Yo, I'm just glad we got Manning on our side because we know Tom Brady versus the Mannings. It's always hurt his spirit.
Like my brother,
So I feel good. Pink Manning.
my brother, evil man. Like just texting, like months after the Super Bowl, just texting 21-17, and just to score, just out of the blue, and everything like that, just ruining their fucking day, and it's like it's horrible.
Tom Brady. But Tom Brady's still like one of the best quarterbacks.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, without
Can't-
a doubt.
can't argue
He's
that.
great.
But he's also one of the
Like
worst.
he'll just like his children will grow up hating the Manning family. like they'll just always hate the motherfucker. Shit. I know once he's outside the AFC, he's like, oh, okay, I got his little brother. What the fuck? Hopefully, Peyton starts corrupting that ass again.
Oh, I hope so, man. We need to take the AFC by storm, man. Yo, don't roll your eyes, Chargers fan.
Here we go.
Okay? How about you try and get second place in the fucking division? 'Cause
We've
you
been
ain't
winning
getting
the
first.
division for how long? And you guys just started winning it last
what?
season? Last season you guys just winning
Yo,
it?
dog. Yes.
The only
that's
team
what
to go
fucking
7-0
matters.
and not make the playoffs. The
Yo,
only team
that's,
in NFL is
I blame the goddamn Mike Shanahan for pulling Plummer when he shouldn't have and putting in Jay Cutler. That was his fucking fault.
There's nothing wrong with Jay Cutler.
No, he should not have put him in on his rookie fucking season.
There's no
That was the problem.
Jay Cutler.
When you're 7-3, you do not pull your starting quarterback to put in the fucking rookie.
What?
You don't do that.
7-3.
You don't do that.
That's.
And this idiot did that, and that's why we fucking fell.
He's got RG3 now. We'll see what he can do now with that team. Washington looks dangerous.
I don't know about dangerous.
Their running back situation is not good, but their wide receiver and their defense is
Dude,
on point.
do you know what wide receivers play in the NFC East?
No, but they're
Fucking
good.
Hakeem Nicks, Victor Cruz, Des Bryant, Miles Austin, Deshaun Jackson, Jeremy Maclin.
What did Victor Cruz do last game?
I love Pierre Garçon. He's Haitian, but come on, man.
They need more than that. They need more.
Santana Moss, how old is this motherfucker?
He can still cash it. Though. He's a quiet threat.
Quiet.
He's quiet because nobody has to guard him. He drops the ball on his own.
No, Washington could be the NFC East is the toughest division in football.
Yeah.
The toughest division in football, and it's hard to play any team there.
I feel like that's how the Giants make it them Super Bowl runs. Like they get out the NFC East like, oh god damn, and everything like that. You know, they can breathe.
It's all easier.
Spread their arms a little bit. No,
like and you have
they battle test you.
I want to see what Seattle's gonna do. Seattle should be good this season.
That Russell Wilson dude. He looks like
Yo,
the
Russell
shortest
Wilson's
quarterback
gonna be good.
in the NFL though.
Like
The
he's gonna be
shortest
good.
quarterback.
He's like 5'9" or something like that.
Lord.
Yeah, he is. He's really
How
short.
can he see over his O line?
Yo,
Kind of
the
breeze
dude's
to it.
good.
Like,
I
He's
think he has to
good.
be at least 6'1".
Because even in college, like people always said, like, oh, he'd be lucky if he gets drafted because of his height, blah blah
Yeah.
blah. But he was killing it. And now it's like he comes in and look. They thought they were going to put Matt Flynn as starter and Tavares Jackson as their second. And what happened? Russell comes in and makes them all look like fucking rookies. Matt Flynn's now second, and Jackson got chipped out. Like, come on, the dude can play.
5'9", though, that's so short.
Yeah,
Especially for a quarterback. Like, usually they don't think any
let's relax on the
foot,
5'9" distance. You know what I mean? Just some normal people, you know, are 5'9". and shit,
that's
you know,
12 guard
go about, go
No,
about
but I
center
mean
right.
for a quarterback, okay,
obviously.
well, whatever. We're not going to get into height
But
right now.
he went out there and he showed them he's good enough.
Yeah, like Drew Brees is like under 6 foot, isn't he?
Yeah, I think he's
Or
5'10" or 5'11".
Yeah, something like that.
If not, he's exactly 6
They
foot.
say like sometimes like he throws the ball without really knowing like
He just knows the routes.
Yeah, he knows the routes. Like.
And that's a test of how great he
Only
is.
few
Yeah.
quarterbacks could do that. Like
When you know where your wide receiver's going, you trust him enough that he will actually go there. Hey, he broke Dan Marino's record, man.
Yeah, for real.
Dan Marino, best quarterback of all time. Next to,
All time. We're saying that all time.
I'll
take Joe Montana over him.
We're gonna have a debate later because Jason brought up the fucking Ray Lewis over LT argument earlier. Off fucking.
Taylor lost all his credibility. Do you think Mark McGwire is?
We're talking about him
as a defensive player.
Let me ask you a question though. Who's the best home run hitter of all time?
Best home run hitter of all time.
Are we talking pre-drug era?
No, I'm talking.
Let's specify this shit: pre-steroids, post-steroids.
Because if anything, anyone's gonna say it's Barry Bonds.
Oh yeah,
everyone's gonna say it's
he's
Barry
in
Bonds.
the books.
I say it's Ken Griffey Jr.
I say it's Ken Griffey Jr.
Ken Griffey Jr.
I would say Ken Griffey Jr.
He had a good run, but his longevity is the problem.
This dude Albert Pujols, man, he started late, and where he's at in the career home run list.
Oh, he's a beast.
That dude he's scary good. But
30 million good.
Yeah, for real.
But now you're gonna get something like this as allegations that, like, now you're getting an allegation was he the best of all time? Like, imagine if Albert Pujols gets like some steroid shit now on him. What are you guys gonna say about that?
If it happens, it happens. I mean, like, look at all these great players in baseball right now, and how many of them don't have drug allegations against them. You know, like, it's ridiculous. It just seems once you
there's no blood testing in baseball though. That's why they never get caught though. There's no blood testing in baseball. The only stupid people like what's his name, Melky Cabrera. Because he falls for some bullshit.
Melky Cabrera, I remember when he was on the Yankees, he was like one of the most like not goofy, but like he joked around. He was like one of the most cheerful players. I seen him this year. This dude is angry. He got facial hair. He's just mean mug, and like he's killing it. And then
they get cut.
I was like, what the fuck happened to Melky, man? You can't even call him Melky, man. Like Melky's like a friendly name. Like that's Mr. Cabrera right there. Like shit.
What I'm saying is, though, allegations always change the perception of how a person is.
Well, just look at Lance Armstrong.
At the end of the day, it's a matter of proof. If you can't bring up the proof, you can make all the allegations you want.
But you have to always.
They still took away his title.
Because he wouldn't defend something. We see, like when you face allegations, though, now you have to go out there and perform and prove. Like Cole, when he had the rape thing, she said he raped him. He said it was consensual. How I know Kobe was telling the truth? He mashed up Denver every single game. He went to court. He went to court. He left. Scored 30-something, 40-something points. Swept that series against Denver. I was like,
you know what Kobe was doing? Making sure he keeps his endorsements.
Tyson
he lost all his endorsements.
Abuse shit against him. He still went out there and beat the shit out of people. What does
that mean? He lost all his endorsements.
Making sure he wasn't traded, I guess, man.
It doesn't mean he wasn't guilty. It just means that he wasn't stressing it.
If the allegation happened, you still go out and perform amazing, like that's what it is.
Like if he was lying about it, you could have tell that in his performance. You could see how he would be working. He'd be like all down and shit. He would make the shots.
No, because you can be guilty but not be worried about anything. Yeah, like if he knew he had it, like whether he was right or wrong, whether he, did it or not. If he knew that he wasn't going to get caught, then you're going to be a cocky motherfucker. Because, I just fucking got away with rape. Are you kidding me? I'd be fucking scoring 30, 40 points, too.
Yeah, but they found too much DNA in that other girl's drawers, so of course he wasn't lying. So there you go. Kobe...
Dude, fuck the Raw. What an idiot.
After 2 seasons after that, 81.
Kobe?
The greatest basketball player of all time.
Whoa.
Like, this is why I say we're going to have another podcast.
Are you kidding me?
Yeah, because we're already past an hour.
Not even to say greatest basketball player of all time. He's not even the greatest Laker of all time, okay?
Mm-hmm.
Like,
yes.
Dead serious. Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. Done.
No, Magic is higher than Kareem.
I put Magic.
Magic is higher than...
I don't know.
Magic.
Fucking Magic.
I put Jerry West and Magic ahead.
You know why you put Magic?
Kareem,
Magic, listen, Magic is a point guard. Rookie year, NBA Finals, had to start at center for Kareem. Won the game. Had like 17 rebounds. That's fucking crazy. The point guard, 17 rebounds at center.
He was a tall point guard.
Yeah.
He was a tall point guard.
Jordan is up there, but no, I was just saying because if we're gonna say saying Kobe's like the best, like he's not even the best Laker. How can you say he's the best player of all time?
He's eventually going to be the best Laker.
He ain't topping Jordan. He's
eventually going to be the best Laker.
Not. He cannot.
The team they have now. Jordan. The team they have this.
The only thing he can hope to top Jordan in is the points. But at the end of the day,
championships,
offensive team, defensive team, all-star MVPs. Finals MVP,
But you see, this is
championships.
This is
Jordan, man.
This is the same argument with the Dream Team thing, though. Look at the level of competition back then to is it now. Back in Jordan's era,
The competition was harder back then for
No, it
Jordan.
wasn't.
What are you talking about?
Yo, the Pistons,
you
are you
had
kidding
one
me?
Jordan-esque player instead of like 10 with Durant,
Do you
Carmelo,
know-
Dog.
all these people against
Listen,
Dog.
all you have to talk. All you have to,
Indiana, he had to face Miller. Yo, when he played the Pistons, he had to face Isaiah Thomas, and yo, the Pistons were
The fucking-
dirty
yeah,
as hell. He had to go through the Knicks. Yo, are you kidding me? Then that's not even mentioning the East Coast where you had Houston Rockets were like the dominating factor of life.
The biggest,
The Lakers
the biggest,
with Magic Johnson.
the biggest
Like, come on,
factor
man.
in all of this is how they were calling games back then and to now.
That's a ref thing, though. That's different.
No, but like
Yo, boys,
Jordan,
like it was no foul if you weren't bleeding.
basically.
Like, you kidding me? Now it's like you brush a guy's jersey and it's a foul.
I'm saying the level of competition is higher now. It's much higher. Look at look at Durant.
No,
Look at Westbrook.
I'm saying right
Look at all
now
these-
the level of competition seems higher because
is higher.
defensively
It
they
is
have
higher.
made it a lot more slack so
It is
that
higher.
there could be higher scoring games, and this is a fact. You can't even do the arm check on players anymore.
True.
That's a foul. Back then, the arm check was a fundamental move in
Yep.
defense.
Yep.
That's something to blame the NBA on. You can't.
But that's why it makes
you
it look
can't.
like the
You
competition is higher.
You can't compare rules to a set of athleticism to a
So,
player.
so you tell me,
But
you tell me,
they're a
but
major
if you,
factor
yeah, if you
in how
take Jordan
player plays.
Yes.
from then and place him in now, just do it
Jordan
on
would kill
a
it.
whole different level. Like, come
Are you
on.
kidding me? Put Jordan at his peak in today's NBA.
Like,
Are you kidding me?
and
8-point games every day.
you
also,
would get 8-point games every day.
Yo,
Also-
Jordan in today.
No,
Yo,
he wouldn't.
Jordan was butter, dog.
No, he wouldn't.
Well, when Jordan had his 60-point game, he didn't even play the fourth quarter.
But who?
He didn't even play the fourth quarter, dog.
Look at the
Imagine
people
if he
you have
did.
Then. Look at the people you have back then. To
But that's what I'm saying. Yo,
Jordan.
back then,
Only
you understand
harder.
too. Back then, it was a more defensive league than it is now. Now it's all about offense.
Yeah.
You don't have to play defense. You just got to score more points if you have a team.
Okay, we're putting a beast like LeBron James against Jordan. Do you actually think Jordan could stop LeBron James coming down the lane?
first of
Do you
all, we don't
honestly-
play
Who
the
the
same
fuck can
position
stop?
anyway.
Yo, yeah,
But
two different
LeBron
positions.
doesn't
One-
Yeah,
LeBron doesn't play like a forward though. LeBron doesn't play like he plays
Jordan was a two-time defensive player of the year.
2 times only. Kobe. Jordan was defensive player of the year.
Let the record show that we all just had a moment of like
You
silence.
say Jordan? He was probably first D. He was never defensive player of the year. What are you talking about?
Yes, he was.
Yo, I'm sitting here. hurt,
Defensive
man.
player of
Yes,
the year.
Jordan. Yes,
Are you sure?
I am sure.
Yo,
Are
let's
you sure?
go and find.
All right, tap this into the computer.
I
Let's
haven't
go.
used the computer on the podcast in a long time, but we gotta hit up Google.
This
Research.
is where you play that Jeopardy thinking music.
We're gonna just
Sorry, all defensive team. But I wouldn't put him defensive player of the
we're
year.
just gonna put up all Michael Jordan's.
Jordan's defense was fucking amazing.
Compared like with Patrick Ewing and all them people.
Patrick Ewing, yeah, he like it's not about blocks and everything. It's like guarding somebody. Like Jordan was the man. Like
Because I know this guy
I wouldn't
has
put him defensive player of the year.
crazy-
He probably made all defensive team, but probably not defensive player of the
What
year.
does it say?
Wait, actually, I should just search.
Defensive player.
I'm gonna have to eat some humble pies. That's not true, but
I don't think he made defensive player of the year.
I'm pretty sure.
MVP, oh that's
Yeah, fair.
that's a given. But I wouldn't put defensive player of the year.
Oh shit.
Probably made all defensive team of the year.
He must have been on defensive team like
Defensive team of the year.
multiple years in a row.
Most of the
I already
years.
know that.
Why are they showing me all the other people? I just want to be Jordan.
I don't see Jordan being defensive player of the year. Not with Patrick Ewing. and all
Just
them
go to
people.
Jordan's wiki page
So
and it's
here,
just like
NBA.com, Michael Jordan career.
like the awards on the side. Like shit. Dude, Jordan was the most perfect basketball player ever.
I'm not arguing that Jordan could make the like all.
It says here he won that and the MVP in the same year, but it doesn't say how many times he won it.
Well, there you go.
And
Keep
with
showing
David
me
Robinson in the league, he won
everybody
defensive of the
else.
year.
Well, it just said it. He won
Okay, go
defensive
back
player of
up
the year.
and search.
I don't believe that shit.
How do you don't not believe it? Like
Where's Jordan's name?
this, Jordan was the
Just
man.
Google
Like
Jordan. Okay. Just go to stats.
Yeah.
if Jordan wanted to put you on lock, this shit was happening, man.
Honors and awards. 9.
There you go. Good eyes, because mine are bad. Yeah, we know about the championships. He has 9 all-defensive teams
9 all defensive teams. There you go.
and 1 defensive player of the year.
Okay, so I was wrong. It wasn't 2. It was 1.
So
As a guard, Come
Well,
on.
no,
Yeah.
87 and 88. No?
No, that's the
Oh,
one
to the
year.
season? Okay.
That's the one season. Which is crazy still, man.
Yeah.
Look at this, like, the 6 championships, we know 6
NBA
finals MVP, 5 NBA MVPs, 10 NBA scoring titles,
And let's not forget
3-time steals leader, skip the minutes leader because that's obvious, 14 NBA All-Star selections, 3-time NBA All-Star Game MVP, 11 All-NBA selection, 9 All-Defensive First Team selection, 2-time slam dunk contest.
9 first team.
Yeah, 9. NBA Rookie of the Year, NBA Defensive Player of the Year, NCAA National Championship,
Yeah, anyone in college.
ACC
Fuck
Freshman
that.
of the Year.
It's like fully fucking loaded.
Like, this,
The whole anything you can think of, he got it. Like,
he just, like, to say Jordan's, like,
And let's
you're
not-
trying to put Kobe.
and also
sorry.
you talk about the 6 rings things, whatever. Kobe like 5. Jordan missed 2 years in his prime, right after winning championships.
Went to play baseball.
The
Yeah.
first couple
Yeah.
championships.
Again, this is
I
what that's what I'm telling you now with the level of competition. What's in the
Yo,
league
he
now,
won
bro.
3,
That's
took a
what I'm
break,
trying to
came
tell
back,
you.
won 3 more.
That's what I'm telling you. With the level of
Seriously.
competition
Who
in
does
the NBA back then was not as high as it is right now.
No.
No, it was high. Jordan was just great.
Nah, man.
And you know what?
Looking
His
at it
cast
that way.
was great too.
The,
Like,
the
he
reason,
had
the reason
Pippen.
why I say that is why wasn't John Stockton MVP all the time he was there? But Steve Nash won 2 MVPs from
Because they're playing in the same league as Jordan. Like
Yo, it's hard to win MVP when Jordan's around.
But they came in before Jordan. And Stockton was doing that shit way before Jordan. got
Magic
there.
was around.
Huh?
Magic was around before that.
Exactly.
But who was the better point guard? It was Stockton.
You're putting Stockton over Magic?
oh
Okay.
boy.
All right. So this is the end of this podcast.
No, this goes.
Like,
this
We're gonna
goes
need
to
a whole other
argument.
podcast for this.
This is the
Yo,
same
no,
Honestly.
we'll put this as a timeout.
This is the same
You're
argument
putting
going on.
Stockton over Magic.
Who was the better? I would yes. As facilitator, yes, because he's doing essentially the same thing Steve Nash is doing, but he didn't get no MVPs for it. Why isn't Stockton the MVP?
No, what you should be asking yourself is why did Steve Nash get an MVP? That's what you should be
No,
asking.
but I asked that question too. Why does Steve Nash?
If you're
get
gonna
MVP
say the
and
competition
Stockton
is
does
no,
the same
but
thing?
that actually makes a lot of sense. If you're gonna say the competition is better now, why did Steve Nash get 2 MVPs, but yet Stockton didn't get 2 MVPs for doing the exact same thing Nash is doing? Probably means because the competition now isn't as good as it was back then. Because if you look at what was around when Stockton was doing what he does,
Yeah.
there were still players out there who were killing it, destroying it,
Nah, man, nah.
like Magic. Like, come on.
Like, what point guard do you know is going to get 17 rebounds in a NBA Finals game? Come on, man.
So that's a wrap for this
Maybe
week.
Russell Westbrook, but
Yeah, like, and that like this is, and first of all, he had to guard an opposing center.
But I told you, Magic is not a normal point guard. He's a tall
He's
ass
the
point guard.
greatest
what was
point
his
guard.
position? Point guard. Plain and simple.
So LeBron's a forward, but he doesn't play like a forward.
But
But
at
he
the end of
plays-
the
same
day,
thing as
what is-
Carmelo, same
his
thing like
position
Carmelo.
is small forward.
Same thing like Carmelo.
But both of them
That's not what
players.
they play like. What is their position? They're a
Exactly.
small forward. Magic Johnson was a point guard. Just because you can do more than what a typical point guard does doesn't make you any less of a
Exactly,
point guard.
yeah.
That makes you a better point guard.
Yeah.
Because if I know for a fact I can take my point guard and make him a number 5, that's fucking amazing. I wish you could have that on like every team.
Nah.
But that shows you the level of competition back then was higher because you
wasn't
had
higher,
players
dog.
like that.
It wasn't high.
You don't have you don't have many players like
you
that
have
now.
one Jordan-esque player in Jordan in his time. When now you have like a 10 to 20 of them.
But when you say one Jordan-esque player, like you gotta understand, Jordan was the player.
Because he was
He was
the
a guy
only
that could
player.
go out there.
He only
And
He
played that
set
time.
the record.
It's like you don't see Jordan Nash and expect to have 10 other people.
I know, right?
You know,
But
like,
the,
that's
reason, the
Jordan.
reason I say that is because that's in his time he was the only
That's
one
like saying
doing
he's
that.
Hakeem Olajuwon.
He was the
Like,
only
are you
one
kidding me?
doing
Like
that.
Hakeem was like the model center. Like, give me a break,
Nah,
man.
Dave Robinson. Dave Robinson.
Over Hakeem Olajuwon, man.
Yeah, Dave Robinson.
I have to finish the
Dave
this.
Robinson.
Yo, this is hurting, man.
I mean, really?
oh, you're saying
You guys
over
both have this
Hakeem
like
Olajuwon,
dumbfounded
man?
look on your
I'll put Dave
face.
Robinson over him.
I love David Robinson, but
You
his
guys should
team-
have a fantasy basketball team.
Yo, Hakeem was the only person that made Jordan shake. Okay, come on, man.
like your own like God Kobe went to Hakeem to learn these post moves. Like the guy, like
I'm not
He
saying
didn't go to Robinson. Like when you see any of these people want to go to the post
For the record,
and
Wolf
learn
is
the
still
post
shaking
up,
his head.
yes,
they go to Hakeem Olajuwon because he is the man. Are you kidding me? He was the one that made Houston
And
Rockets
Matthews
like
using
relevant,
hand gestures
man.
like an angry Italian.
Yo, I'm losing my shit right now, okay? Because I'm so.
Let the record show.
Nah, man. I would still put Dave Robinson ahead of.
Because you're crazy.
Like I'm just saying, you like
You-
was one
you've
person
done
doing
lost
all
your
that thing back
goddamn
in Jordan
mind.
time. And that was Jordan. Closest person I can see is Magic, who was doing all what Jordan was doing. That's the closest person I could see to Jordan around that time.
What are you talking? Are you talking about like a player that like? I feel like you're thinking about like dunking and all that stuff, like whatever, like super athlete. Maybe you have more athletic players now.
What I'm saying is,
I don't know, but you had dudes like Bird, freaking Magic.
no. But what I'm saying is that Jordan, like the type of player Jordan is, you see more of that type of player right now in the league, and that's why I'm saying that Kobe is better because Kobe could still outperform
But
other players.
I don't even see like what you're talking about. The closest two right now is Kobe and LeBron. And first of all, like Kobe's the closest. I'll give him that.
For the shot.
Yeah, like I
For the
don't
more
understand.
clutch
Like
shot.
no,
But he's also
I
been in
just
the game
don't see
longer
it.
than
Like,
LeBron.
No, I feel like if you're gonna like
And
put
even
that
if-
comparison, yeah, I would say Kobe's more ahead because of the fact that he has the more clutch shot.
And even when Iverson was around, you could even argue Iverson was doing it crazy when he was around.
Yeah, he was
You can't
good,
even
but
argue that.
he
And
was just
but
the
that's
shooter.
But that's the thing I'm trying to say now. Kobe, with that level of competition and his age right now, what he is,
No,
still
but
Are you talking
outperforming-
just
The
about
problem
scoring?
that
Or
everybody had with
scoring,
Iverson was
everything.
the fact that he was the
Well,
point guard.
but the
that
thing
never
about
wanted to
Jordan,
pass
that
the
this
ball.
dude, like you're talking about like
But the thing is, in Jordan's era, Jordan didn't have anyone else like that. Probably Magic. That's about it.
but you're talking about like, look at the teams that this dude had to face. Like he wasn't playing against just
Individuals,
people.
he
Like
was playing
this dude was
teams,
playing
man.
great teams. Like I just don't. I don't see like it's not even a question. The level of competition, like how difficult it is.
Yeah.
Like you put Jordan, like and it's easy. Like you put Jordan in the time capsule, like whatever. You bring him now after his like second
I'm telling you, he's
championship.
killing it, man.
It's over. Like until he retires. Like he's winning rings. Like it's a wrap.
Nah, I don't see it though. I don't see it. There's too many good players.
You don't want to see.
No, it's nothing like that.
I think that's the
There weren't
point.
many people like Jordan until Kobe and them dudes. That '96 draft that came in.
All the people
that's
who
when you
modeled their
saw.
game after Jordan. But at the end of the day, you understand, Jordan was great at his position, but you had so many people that were great as well. You had Akeem Olajuwon,
But
who
they
was great.
weren't
Magic
doing what
Johnson was
Jordan was
great.
doing. That's the
You know,
point
you
that
had
I'm
so
making.
many people, like Isaiah Thomas was
I'm
great.
not
One of the
arguing
most
that.
clutch
I'm
defensive
not
point
arguing
guards
that.
ever.
They were good for the
Reggie
transition.
Miller was great. You know what I'm saying? Like, you had people
Reggie
out there
Miller's a great
that
shooter.
could go up against Jordan and actually make Jordan play
Charles
hard.
Barkley won the fucking MVP, and he beat that dude the year he won the MVP in the fucking finals.
But like I said, I'm not arguing anything with that. I'm not arguing anything like that. But the type of player that Jordan was and how he played, the people you see doing
How
that
did you
now,
not even mention Charles Barkley?
the people you see doing that right now in the league, Kobe, Carmelo, LeBron, all them people, Dwayne Wade, they didn't have that back then in the NBA. They didn't have any of that in the NBA at all. Like I said, the only person that came close to Jordan was probably Magic, and that was it.
man.
And
mean,
probably
who played
Isaiah.
defensively?
But maybe Isaiah. But you
But,
have
but,
Magic.
but
Magic
what does that point mean though? Like,
Don't
cause,
sleep on Reggie
'cause,
Miller,
like,
dog.
so what you're saying is
That's what I'm saying.
Don't
Jordan
sleep
had
on
an easier
Akeem
time.
Olajuwon.
no,
Jordan
but
had an easier time.
that doesn't make any fucking sense. It takes a team to win a championship. So the teams that this dude had to go up against, those teams
I think
were more
Cleveland,
difficult.
Cleveland proved you don't need a team to make a championship.
What do you mean?
You have to have a good player.
Did they win a
They
championship?
didn't win a championship. What are you
Huh?
talking about? Like
They didn't win
that's why he left.
But
He had to go join another.
what happened to them? Dead last. They won
But they still didn't
Because
win.
they were a horrible team.
because they didn't have it.
Yeah,
They did
but
that.
they were a horrible team, regardless with him.
They
They were a
made the
horrible
finals. They made the
team.
finals.
And they got
with it.
destroyed.
It doesn't matter. They still made the finals.
But they were still a shit team.
They made the
Because
finals.
once he left, it's
How
like,
could they? How
it's
could
like the
they-
They made
Colts, man.
the 1 year they got swept. Did they make it another year?
No, they only made it
No,
once.
because that's when he got
Finals.
swept. That's when he was gone. That's when he was
No.
gone.
What are you talking about?
The year when what year did he leave?
LeBron.
I think he left 2 seasons
When
after
LeBron
that.
went to the finals with the Cavs, they got
And
swept.
2 seasons after that, he left.
Are you sure it's 2 seasons
I
or
think
was
it's
it
2.
season? It was the same season.
It wasn't the same season.
No, it wasn't the same.
He was still under contract.
No, I think I have to check.
He was
I
still
don't
under
know.
contract.
I honestly don't know.
He didn't leave
But-
that year because he stayed with them, and then the next year they didn't even make it to the finals. I don't think they made Eastern Conference.
They made the playoffs every time. They made the playoffs when he was not the first season where he won MVP for some reason, and Carmelo didn't get it and brought
Because
him
yeah,
to
it
the
was
finals.
who was it? They made the final. They lost in the finals. The next
Spurs.
one. No, I think they.
No one
made,
watched that series. No, that's why no one can remember.
I think they lost to Boston
I don't know who was
the next season after.
Yeah,
that.
they didn't even make it to the.
It was either in the second round of Eastern Conference Finals they lost to Boston, if I remember correctly.
I don't know. That whole Spurs Cavalier game, I didn't see that. I don't think anyone did. But
And then after that they lost to the Magic. So yeah, it was 2 seasons.
maybe I can't remember. I really can't remember that.
Like, it's not even like a
Well,
debate.
all I'm saying is that Jordan had an easier time. If he was, say for example,
No, he didn't.
Stop.
Okay, let's say if Kobe.
Come on,
Let's
man.
say all these
Have
people
the
from the
record
96.
show everyone is shaking their head at Jason.
Let's say everyone from the 96. Do
Yo,
you realize?
this is one of those straight up. Come on.
Do you realize-
man.
He just likes to argue against people.
It has nothing to argue because people's not making points. I'm making you points.
Oh my god.
We just researched
Let the
points on
record
the
show
internet.
Wolfguard is packing shit.
Yo, I'm dying here. I'm dying.
Yeah,
Let the
Maybe
record
we're
show
talking about
Wolfguard is
Lawrence
actually
Taylor and Ray
packing his
Lewis. Now he
shit.
thinks Ray Lewis is better than Lawrence Taylor. Oh my god. Yo, this is like. Oh,
It's
fuck.
look, if you bring everyone like Kobe right now, all Kobe people like right now in the league to Jordan's time, honestly, do you think Chicago would against a Boston team?
Yo,
Week 3
that
no,
96.
No,
You're telling me the 96 Bulls would struggle in this NBA?
Wait.
The 96 Bulls.
Three
Let
of
the record show
three
I'm
of
also
the best
packing my bag.
defensive players on one team.
The nine. No, we're so. Tell me right now. Tell everyone right now. The 96 Bulls in today's league. How would they play?
against who?
Any
Anybody.
fucking team.
Anybody.
Don't matter. Pick a team.
The best
From the
one.
Bobcats up to the championship winning team, Miami Heat. Pick one.
They would have difficulty in Miami. I wouldn't say if they beat
No, they
them.
would not.
Hey, what? Joe?
They would.
Oh my god! No, they would. Oh my!
Let the record show
Why?
Yo,
Wolf
why?
left the
Why?
building.
Give me a
Cut the
reason
tape.
why.
What about the tape?
Matthew is jumping up and down.
Cut the tape.
I'm rolling down my pants, heading for outside.
The '96 Bulls would have trouble.
Arguably the
Miami
best
Heat.
team in NBA history.
Dude. First, you have Wade and LeBron,
They
right?
had fucking trouble against Utah.
Wade.
They had trouble against Utah in the championship game. What are you talking about?
Dude,
They had trouble against Utah. What are you
Dude.
talking about?
Yo, we're good. I need to refresh
They
my
had
mind
trouble
about
against freaking Carmelo and Stockton. Are you kidding me?
because I'm sure
Wolf
even the
has
bench
re-entered
players.
the building.
I'm sure even the bench players would have whooped that ass. Dog. Yo,
I'm done.
Are you kidding me? They had
I'm done.
they had difficulty
I'm done.
against the Utah Jazz in the championship game.
Hall
And
of
you're telling
Famer.
me-
Yeah, they had difficulty against Hall of Famers. Freaking Karl Malone, and then the dude that you were defending, fucking Stockton,
yo,
another Hall of Famer.
I'm telling you right now, Bosh would have got raped by Dennis Rodman. Number one. Jordan, obviously LeBron would have taken
No,
Jordan,
no,
and Jordan would whoop that ass. I'm
You don't
sorry.
even have to. They wouldn't even have to fucking guard fucking Bosh. I forgot about that. Like you have Dennis Rodman, probably
Pterodactyl
the
looking
best
motherfucker.
defender ever on LeBron. He would struggle.
Yo, it don't matter.
You have
Who's
Scottie
gonna cover
Pippen.
Pippen? Who's gonna cover? Yo, because look, you know LeBron is gonna have no choice but to take Jordan. So what? Wade's gonna take Pippen? Yo, that Pippen would have shined, motherfucker. Yo, Pippen would have been up there like, yo, Jordan, I got this. Son. 'Cause you gotta remember too. You gotta remember too. Wade's knee was fucked up, so Pippen would have like.
It doesn't even matter. It doesn't even matter. Wade could be like Wade from fucking
Rain.
2005. It
Yo,
doesn't even matter.
one more jump shot, B. Yo, just yo. Oh my
That's
god,
the thing.
Let the
Both
record show
them dudes
Matthew's
don't even
not
have jump
balling.
shots.
it would have been a
LeBron
wrap. I'm
and Wade.
sorry.
They would have to drive. Like you're not getting like. No,
There's no way.
They
First
get in
off,
the lane easy.
you
They
think
get in the lane
No,
easy.
against Rodman
against Rodman, Jordan,
and
Rodman
who's-
takes
oh,
charges. I grabbed that.
oh,
but
fuck, what was the center's
they were
name?
getting the league. They were
The other
getting
guy.
league.
Oh shit, that tall motherfucker they had in Chicago. I can't remember his name. But no fucking way, they ain't driving no goddamn lanes.
Kukoc.
Yeah, there you go. They ain't driving no
Yo,
lanes.
even
I'm
Stephen,
sorry,
even Stephen A. said this. If you
No
see LeBron
way.
coming in late, there's not even Jordan
Well,
himself.
Mario,
do anything
who Mario
against that.
Chalmers gonna who gonna take? What? That, him?
Even though I doubt that. Like, I mean, look at the defenders that.
Haslem would have got body.
No, listen. LeBron.
No,
He's a really good player.
Even
but-
if I don't even know. I
As great as he is.
Jordan.
Yeah.
I don't think Jordan would have
an easy
like
time.
no, it would have been a cakewalk.
Yeah.
But-
it wouldn't.
I don't think Jordan would have been
Jordan.
unable to defend LeBron. Like he would have success defending LeBron. But then you have fucking Rodman that can do it.
He's not driving the lane. And then, from that, he has to rely on his shot. And we already know LeBron's shot isn't clutch. Like, it's not 100%. So, what's happening here? And even if LeBron slows down Jordan, you still have Pippen, Rodman, Kukoc, all those guys there. Steve Kerr, man. They're... No way! No way!
All I'm saying is, like, even if the 96 Bulls had trouble against Utah.
96 Bulls gave me nightmares, dog, okay? Nightmares, dog.
You were just mad 96 Bulls because Utah...
I want to watch Space Jam now.
But I'm telling you, there's no way you're going to sit here, do twirls, whatever fuck you want to do. There's no way you can tell me. 96 Bulls in today's league would have struggled against any team.
Not any team they would have struggled. They would struggle against, like, the elite teams. They would struggle against the elite teams.
No.
They would struggle against the elite teams.
No. Not happening.
Jason, I pray to you not to delete any of this. Post this shit up. Oh my god.
Yo, all this talk right here, you gotta put that in the
your boy from New York, Stephen A, said the exact same thing. He said the exact same thing.
I don't give a fuck.
So what? Does that make it the Holy Grail?
No,
but scripture, dog?
No, but I'm saying the person who for his job to know basketball, to say the exact same thing I'm telling you, who does it that's his life,
don't
basketball.
Mean shit.
It does mean shit, because he knows what he's talking about more than I do, and he's saying the same thing.
So Stephen A says tomorrow that Kobe Bryant will never, ever be the greatest Laker of all time. You gonna hold that as truth?
If it's his opinion, he knows the game of basketball.
Opinions are like assholes. Everybody got one. Don't make it right.
With him. If he has the stats to back it up and he says what he's saying and it's genuine, I can't argue with it. That's what Stephen A said.
He said
when you have LeBron,
check the stats of the 96 Bulls, and I guarantee you. But they make it a lot of teams.
That's what I'm telling you, to go again the level of competition.
AKA all teams.
I'm not saying Scottie Pippen and Rodman were bad or anything like that. They're good, obviously. They're Hall of Famers. But the level of competition back then...
You're just saying that team in today's NBA ain't shit.
The closest team what I see from that time is 3 years ago, San Antonio Spurs. 3 years ago, San Antonio Spurs. They played the same way. They played exactly the same way like the teams back then.
Yo,
look what happened to them this season.
It's Saturday.
We're like at an hour and a half right now.
It's Saturday, dog.
So you guys are saying it's pointless, this, that, but you're not giving us stats. I'm giving you guys numbers. You guys
I'm not giving stats. Did I not say that Jordan was a fucking defensive specialist? You didn't believe that.
We looked it up.
9-time first team and 1-time defensive player of the year.
Can you look up
and MVP in the same year?
And you gotta remember, like, that's at the time when he had Isaiah Thomas, he had Olajuwon, he had all those guys who were basically more defensive minded there, and he was still making it 9-time.
We already know that Scottie Pippen and freaking Dennis Rodman were defensive juggernauts.
Oh my god!
Yo,
the rebound king Dennis Rodman. Yo, who's getting boards over him in this league today?
Especially you talk about Dennis Rodman, which was rebounding, and you're gonna come to me with the Heat who had no size. Come on now, come on.
But they beat. I'm not even getting this.
And you say I'm not saying facts, but come on, what are these
You literally just said it, man.
I'll tell you. The main point of the whole thing is I'm telling you that Jordan would struggle with this crop of players that you have right now.
No.
He would struggle.
I'll tell you right now.
He would struggle.
With the rules and the players today?
But let's not argue the rules.
No, why can't
they are a factor.
They can't.
It's the same time, every time I mention Wilt Chamberlain got 100 points, but there were no shot clocks.
You can't change the way someone plays compared to the rules.
Yes, you can, because defensively, I just said, you can't do the arm check defensively anymore because that's considered a foul. Because they changed the rules, which changed the way defense was done.
Exactly.
You telling me Kobe doesn't take advantage of the way...
How many times have we seen Kobe stick his leg out when he takes a fadeaway jump shot?
Look at their athleticism. Look at the players. That's what I'm saying. There's more people like Jordan in the league right now. Not as great as Jordan, but there's great people like Jordan who plays the same way as Jordan. And Jordan back then didn't have that in his time. They had good position players back in Jordan's time. So you're telling me
Jordan...
good Jordan-esque players in his
because
bathroom break.
Athletically, there's a couple players that stepped it up. Jordan's skill at his peak now is a non-factor.
I'm saying with those players, he'll have more trouble. He'll have more trouble. And that proved it when Jordan was versus Kobe. Jordan was old. I granted that. He was older back then. But as soon as Kobe, that game with the Lakers, you could see it. You could see it.
It's the athleticism part there.
It has nothing to do with
It's clearly because you're taking a young Kobe versus an old Jordan.
I said regardless of Jordan's age, I said Jordan was old back then.
No. We are talking strictly the peak of these teams coming in, if you're gonna make a comparison of a guy who was like ending his peak compared to somebody who was just coming into the league and was hot shit, you're like, how are you gonna say age isn't a factor then?
You know where the conversation ends? Because, like, first of all, Jordan's IQ one of the top anyways. Because even like at the end of his career, where it's like what the early 2000s, 2003 and stuff like that, when he's with the Wizards, this dude was still averaging around 20 points a game.
Yeah.
And this dude, the athleticism was gone. That was strictly basketball IQ. So you want to add the young Jordan, bring him like 96? It's
okay, but let's look at Kobe now going at the end of his career. He has like what, 2 more years left? Let's say 2-3 more years left.
3 if he's lucky.
Let's say 3 if he's lucky. How many times do we see Kobe dunk in games? When have we seen Kobe do 360
Whenever they say it, like it's like oh, he broke out a dunk, like he had like 6 in his pockets. He brings them out every.
But how many other players? But like you're saying 360 dunks. Like how many times do you see 360 dunks in a game?
Like,
unless it's a
how many
breakaway?
times Kobe was doing that when he was younger?
What are you talking
And
about?
what?
Kobe was doing that all the time. Kobe was a pure dunker back in the day. Kobe
So
was a pure dunker back in the day.
Jordan wasn't dunking.
But look how much Kobe
The jump man wasn't dunking.
Kobe averages close
He
to
did
30
say
at the end of his career.
that
The
Kobe's the closest to
2-time
Jordan.
dunk contest winner wasn't dunking in games. Like, come on, man. What's your argument for that? Like, that don't make no sense. That's a void challenge.
Basketball isn't just about athleticism, man. Like,
I'm not saying about athleticism, but I'm saying if Jordan was to face people of his caliber, same age, Kobe same age as him.
But
in the
you're
same
saying
league,
people of his caliber. Today, there aren't people of Jordan's caliber.
You have Kobe, LeBron. I'm telling you, people who have that all-around game. You can't argue that.
2 people.
Okay, tell me back
That's
then.
2 people in a full league of teams. 2 people.
Tell me back then.
You're telling me Jordan ain't whooping other people's asses?
Well, tell me.
But yeah, he's gonna. Okay, you're gonna say that, yo. Reggie Miller, one of the greatest shooters of that time, against Jordan. Okay,
But they
Jordan
do it fundamentally differently. They're not the same type of player. That's what I'm trying to tell you. They're not the same type
no
of player.
player's the same type of player.
so,
Okay,
what? You have
Reggie
to
Miller
be
is a
the
shooter.
same type of player to be better than him?
specialist. He's a
Like,
specialist.
I-
yeah, and that's what I'm saying.
Specialist.
A shooting specialist. And what did Jordan do? Beat him at his own game, man.
A shooting specialist
You
is about to
kidding me?
be inducted into the Hall of Fame.
Beat him at his own game.
I'm not saying Reggie Miller is bad. I'm not
But,
saying that
like-
at all. But what I'm saying is, everyone in Jordan's time, good positional players, they did whatever they did well. They were the best at it. Reggie Miller was the best 3-point shooter at for his time. Best. No one could argue that. No one could argue
But
that.
the thing is, he's beating teams that have great pieces. I don't even know how to explain it. Like, there's no point. There's no point. Like explaining this.
It's just hurting my head right now.
Like, oh man, like
it's hurting my head.
Okay, let's see when the season starts. Okay, we're seeing the Lakers right now. Lakers have arguably one of the greatest point guards of all time. They have one.
The
Probably
same one you
of the
said don't
greatest-
deserve his MVPs.
Huh? I don't believe he deserved the MVP. The first time he won it, Shaq should have won it. Everyone knows that. First time he won it,
'Cause he was
Shaq
a
should have
Laker.
won it. No, that's when he was with the Heat. That's when Shaq was with the Heat.
Oh, I don't think he should have won it that year.
He should have won it.
His
that
numbers
year.
went down.
I think he should have won it that year.
And wasn't he out
And
like
the second
20
season,
games?
Kobe should have won that one. Everyone knows that, but he won the 2 regardless. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. He got the 2. We're gonna see.
Go Canada back to back.
We're gonna see Dwight Howard. We're gonna see Dwight Howard how he's gonna go for this season. We're gonna see. And with Kobe and everyone else, we're gonna see how that's gonna go.
What the fuck does that have to do with the argument we've been talking about?
You have set piece players on that team. You have
so.
I don't understand what that has to do with our argument.
You have a team, right? A team what you need to win a championship. Teams that Jordan beat. Like he beat teams. Like I don't know where you're going. Like
what I'm trying to say. Okay, let's say if you had you said the Detroit was the team that was for him to beat, right?
yeah.
Yo, they were one of the biggest rivals for Chicago, man.
And they beat him like a couple times. Like,
Yeah.
No, I know that. Of course, they beat him a couple times. But who was on the team when they beat him? Who did Chicago have when Detroit was whooping their ass?
what?
Yo, Jordan was on the team when
Jordan was there, yes.
Yeah.
Pippen was there, but who else did they have? Robin wasn't there yet.
No,
No,
but then
Rodman
eventually
came
they
later.
did beat Rodman.
Huh?
Eventually
But yo, they won a championship. They
Without
won
Rodman.
multiple championships without Rodman. What's the argument here?
Let's say now you have. I just don't see how you guys don't see it though. I see.
What are you trying to show?
You guys are saying Isaiah and them. Okay, Isaiah and them, they were good.
We said the level of competition, considering how defensively the rules weren't as strict as they are now, made it harder. Where you were able to put a body on a player defensively. You were able to put an arm on him to check him, to keep him at a distance. You know, to like in a way control his body. You were able to do that back then. But now, defensively, when you play, you have to give a player space. You can't even breathe on him, which allows the offense, which is exactly why they did, to have higher scoring games. You're taking that part of the competition out in a time when competition was very heavy, and you have a guy like Jordan who was able to go out there, drop points like it was nothing against people who were all over him. They would triple team him, and he was still hitting threes in their eyes. Like, come on.
We're saying all this, and you talk about because you have like more dudes that are like more athletic, like Jordan nowadays. But like, say you bring Jordan, like I said, like you bring him to the time.
I say Jordan comes to the time where he's like you said, the 96 Bulls. He'd be good.
Okay,
he'd be good. But he'll struggle more than he did back then.
Listen, like with all the like nutrition plans, the fucking fitness that they have going like on these teams, like the fucking diet plan, like.
That's another thing to consider.
Jordan had all that knowledge. If that 96 team had all that knowledge,
they'd be even better. Like, imagine if the technology we have for training today was given to that 96
oh my God,
team,
it's not,
who already had the basketball IQ of basically basketball gods. They were amazing on the court. They broke teams down and beat them at their weaknesses and their strengths. And then you're taking that with the athleticism that they'd be able to incorporate to their teams in the training facilities. I'm telling you, 96 Bulls in today's era, or you can even take the LA team from that era, you can take the Detroit team from that era, take the Knicks, and put them in today's league with everything we know, everything of the advances, all the rule changes. I'm telling you, these teams excel.
I don't see it, man.
You don't see it because you can't open your mind to the fact that if you take that team and put it into this time, especially if we're going to go beyond just like what we know they could do on the court, but what happens behind the scenes as well, they would be better.
But that's like going to like the same conversation like I was saying. I would start with the Dream Team thing there. Like look at the level of competition back when Jordan, the whole Dream Team thing. There's arguably no one.
Look at the level of competition now.
Yeah, but like you can't.
Spain, honestly, Spain is a good team. You can say regardless what you want. Spain is a good team.
But
a good team. But put them against the Dream Team, and what happened?
USA, fucking Spain, they're like miles like better now. But USA, like the Dream Team back then, they were beating them by like 70 points.
Honestly, look at
that. Like,
even measuring that Dream Team, every single person on the Dream Team back then was an MVP. Every single one.
Chris Mullin was no MVP.
Okay, maybe he's the only one.
Oh, a famer. Yeah, obviously.
But when you look at this recent USA team, not all of them were MVPs. Not even all their players went to the finals. That's something to consider. That's level of competition.
Okay, like how many Hall of Famers are you going to get out of this team? Like LeBron, Kobe.
Yo, from Hall of Famers to MVPs to experience. Oh, come on, man. Finals experience.
I don't know if
Carmelo's going to make the MVP. He's going not MVP. He's going to make a Hall of Fame.
Maybe, but like it's going to take work. Whatever. Okay.
He needs to make a finals if he ever wants to be a Hall of Famer.
The one thing I could give you though, this season's team for the USA team wasn't as great as the one they had 4 years ago with Dwight Howard and all the people.
Dwight Howard would have got 8
when they had Dwight
by the
Howard
centers on the original Dream Team.
Oh yeah.
Dwight Howard had no offensive game.
You can't take Barkley. Kidding me? Barkley?
Scottie Pippen and David Robinson.
David Robinson is better than Dwight Howard.
That's Scottie Pippen. Sorry, Patrick Ewing.
I can admit that, yeah. I can admit that Patrick is better than
Patrick Ewing trained Dwight Howard.
Yeah, exactly. He tried to teach him shit, but Dwight Howard just couldn't do it.
He's an idiot. He'd rather go out and fuck models and get them pregnant. Fucking Dwight Howard, faggot.
So we're talking like Ali versus Tyson.
Here comes the boxing man.
I'm trying to translate this.
In a sense, if you want to translate, it would be that. Taking Muhammad Ali and bringing him against Tyson. That's the sense of taking Jordan and that 96 team and bringing it in today's league. Which, I'm telling you, today's league would eat him up. The only difference between Ali and Tyson would be, I think Tyson would just whoop his ass.
It's something.
I love Muhammad Ali, but I think Tyson would just do what he does.
Yeah,
like he would come in and
that's too much of it. Like
he would just start wailing on
that power is just too much. You know? Like
Tyson
is like Frazier knowing how to duck.
Yeah, exactly.
Hey,
but people forget like Tyson has fucking speed. Like when
yeah, that was the thing. But like Tyson didn't just go in there like a bull rush and swing on you. Like he wanted you to try and swing on him so he could catch you open.
I made my points. They made theirs.
Now that we are an hour and almost 45 minutes into the podcast.
Yo, that's gonna be its own stretch.
I'll cut it out.
That's 2 weeks. We can take next week off.
Yeah, I haven't been on one of these in a while.
I know, you gotta stop working so much.
Yeah, it should be ending soon. It's for a great cause.
That's probably the most I talked on any like all the podcasts put together.
Anger management, man. Anger management.
I got me up there.
Jason got us over here feeling like it's a true Saturday struggle.
You guys got to witness
Alright, let's
what I do for these podcasts.
Alright, let's end this. So, what are we going to talk about next week?
I don't know.
Next
okay.
week we're going to talk about how fucking drunk I am. Ask that
Superman liver.
Shit.
We'll try and incorporate some pictures on YouTube. How about that?
Yeah.
Keep an audio journal.
Yeah, exactly. Somebody get your phone out.
Let's relax.
Drink one.
Let's relax on the pictures.
Oh my god, the shots, man! They just kept coming.
I don't know where I am. I think I'm in an alley.
It is 5:30 in the morning.
There's like one.
And I can't find my left shoe.
2, 3 raccoons.
I'm in an abandoned building. I've lost my phone. Guys, I think I'm on the corner of Ford and Rennie Levesque. Someone come find me.
I can't tell when I lost my tape recorder. I could be very well tucking into a shoe.
The shoe that's not on your left foot.
We'll see. I'm not putting out pictures.
Alright guys, so thank you for listening to us basically yell at Jason for the last 45 minutes.
That's what this entire podcast is, dude. That's like every episode.
I think we will most definitely cut this into 2 or 3 maybe. Who knows?
You don't have to say that part because it's going to be...
I am saying it, man. These people need to know we're angry. We are fucking angry because that should have taken no more than 15 minutes.
I know, it's
and
hard
we have to
work,
drag
man.
along because
It's
you're retarded as fuck. I gotta be honest, man. There's no... Man, you an idiot. I love you, Jason.
All I have to say is when you hear people take shots on a basketball court, what do they always say? Kobe. And you can't lie and look at me in the face because you know
I never saw
Let the record
a Space
show
Jam with Kobe. I never saw a movie called
that
White
Wolf
Kobe.
has a very
I
confused
don't wear Kobe.
look on his
Kobe
face.
wasn't in Space
I don't wear Air Kobe.
Yeah, Space Jam. Bitch.
I don't wear Air Kobe, okay? Does Kobe have a duck named after him? No. Okay? We don't. The jump man ain't Kobe. It's Jordan, okay?
Did Kobe
Like
go?
Mike, MJ, Jordan. Number 23, okay? We don't say number 8 or number 24. We say number 23, son.
Yeah, it's just Jordan.
Okay?
Jordan broke the rules.
Jordan!
How you follow an example, he broke the rules. Set an example for the kids. Breaking the rules.
Breaking what rules?
Wearing his Jordans. Gotten fined all the time when he wasn't supposed to wear them. See, kids?
Who
don't follow
cares,
Jordan's
man?
Rules. Bad role model.
What the best basketball shoe of all time are Jordans, man. This is fact, not fiction.
I don't know.
Okay?
I like the A6. The A6 Iverson shoes. Those are the bomb.
Alright, now we're talking
The
shoes.
A6 is crazy.
Okay, guys, this is for another time. Let's please
Yo,
wrap
cut the
this
tape,
up.
son. Cut the tape.
Cut the tape.
Cut the tape.
Goodbye.
Shoes can take a whole other